This is the afternoon update. Missed the morning update. I slept right through it. Oh, we've got mayhem going on over here. Lots of IMF lines just dancing around. Look at this shit. They're dancing around, doing all kinds of stuff. We are getting filled in the back, blowing the bow shock out and thinning it out. While I'm still trying to suck some power out and send out this little closed field line here, holding back that Earth-sized moon between the two bigger planets. We've got back charge going crazy, laggy as fuck, and you can see it pushing our bow shock out from the back. Pretty self-evident what's going on. We have planets in the front and the back pushing on us. Now, today, I saw a post from a friend talking about how we're going to band together for the crimes that are being committed against our kids, the adrenochromes and the school shootings and all that stuff. Well, they just found thousands of bones under the Vatican. All of Mexico, South America, Central America, America, Europe is still sucking the cock of the Vatican where they found the bones. We had a school shooting in Florida, last year? Yeah, last year. The police were ordered to stand down outside the school while the shooting was going on. Let's listen to this lady talk about the shooting.
Feet away from my door, all of a sudden I heard gunshots in the stairwell, which is about 20 feet away from my room. And then kids were screaming and then running back towards me and towards the end of the hallway. So I just went in this very strange autopilot mode where I pivoted on my feet. I unlocked my door and the kids just started pouring in my room. I don't know how many kids were in there, but I was pulling them and getting them in and shouting at them to get in the room. And then I suddenly saw the shooter about 20 feet from me, standing at the end of the hallway, actively shooting down the hallway, just a barrage of bullets. And I'm staring at him thinking, why is the police here? This is strange, because he's in full metal garb, helmet, face mask, bulletproof armor, shooting this rifle that I've never seen before. I don't know when I decided it was the right time to close the door. I grabbed the handle with both hands, and that's when I got nicked, or grazed, or whatever you call it.
So a bullet hit your arm?
Yes. As I'm closing my door, I'm shouting at my next door neighbor, Mr. Scott Beagle, to close his door. And he's the kind of man that would just keep that door open a little longer. You know, he's all about the kids, you know, but he couldn't see the shooter. I had a good visual of him, which is why I yelled at him to shut. I heard him shoot a barrage of bullets into Mr. Beagle's room. And then he came to my room and shot about 4 into my room, breaking the glass of my door.
Now, let's take a look at this. This isn't the original footage I saw that day, but it's some kid that filmed it. There's a white truck. The cops bring up all this gear, throw it in the back of the truck, slam the thing off, jump out of it, and off it goes. That looked like an awful lot of shooter gear to me. I don't know what was in those bags, but I don't know why in the hell they came running out of that freaking school when there weren't no cops in it with the bags of guns and shit and threw it in the back of this truck. I mean, the teacher is telling us she looked at the shooter. She got shot by the guy. She was pulling people in, and the guy was a cop. Now, this girl's a senior from Parkland. She's known the shooter. She knows who he is, grew up with him, went to school with him. Listen to what she has to say about the shooting.
Moment, and I came back
Pretty laggy.
to my class room, and I knocked on the door, and the fire alarm went off, and principal came on the speaker and just said, everyone needs to evacuate right now. So that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking, the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school, so I kind of joked to him about it. And said,
She's a senior in high school. She's known this kid since middle school.
And he just gave me a huh? So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall. He had already fired at that time.
Yes, sir. With him. In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter involved. But
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
no, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be two shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir.
So let me ask you a question. When exactly are we going to band together to defend our children, America? We're in Yemen murdering other people's children, and you're supporting this guy that's doing it like he's some kind of cleanser of the swamp. This happened on his watch too. You know what the best deep state is? The deep state that gets you to support it blindly. These people are murdering our children. The teacher told us who did it. The student told us who didn't do it. And yet that child is sitting in jail right now. I don't believe at all that we're going to stand up for the crimes against our children. It's been revealed. There's thousands of skeletons under the Vatican, and everywhere around they build catacombs out of dead people. Three-quarters of the globe is controlled by their direct hand. They have led us through World War I and II, all these police actions, all this 9/11 shit, all this shit we're doing in the Middle East now. It's because of the United States people. The people of the United States are doing these horrible things for the Vatican. You're supporting a president that is a puppet for the Pope. I've given you the contracts, I've shown you the laws. Now I've got people talking about how, yeah, we're going to stand up for our kids. Well, this happened last year, and all I ever heard about was gun control. I didn't hear maybe 10 minutes about how the police were stood down outside the building while the shooting was going down. Or why. I haven't heard anything about this teacher here telling us who the shooters were. I haven't heard anything about that student there telling us who the shooter wasn't. All I hear about is gun control. Why are you even talking about gun control? Somebody should literally, hang over this. That's what we are supposed to do to traitors in this nation. And nobody's hung in, 250 years for the right reason. That's why they keep doing this. Look at 9/11. We all know 9/11 was an inside job. Are we doing anything about it? Anything? No, we're not even stopping the lie of ISIS. When we all know we are ISIS. I don't hold very much hope in most American citizens. Folks, this is stuff that's in your face. This is stuff that's in your face. Not stuff that's been hidden for centuries. This is stuff that's in our face every day. We're watching our children disappear. We're looking at adrenochrome. It's a thing. We're looking at students and teachers telling us an exact opposite story. We're looking at 9/11, an exact opposite story. And we're still waving our flags for Donnie and Hillary and Barack. And ooh, let's get all the flags going. We're dividing ourselves. Oh, I can see you. People telling me, oh, I can see you're absolutely right on the fact that we got 3 sons and all this going on in the Anunnaki, but leave Donald out of it. Are you seriously fucking kidding me, people?